Gen Z didn't kill loyalty. I think we inherited a world where convenience and profitability has replaced it. Everyone has a definition of what loyalty is. Everyone can define loyalty in their own term. However, I think we actually need to sit and have a much deeper conversation about what loyalty is, how it's affected us, and how we can move forward with it if we ever want things to change. As children, we all learned what the word loyalty meant. We all grew to understand it, have multiple definitions of it, and have multiple examples of how it can be broken or be lost. However, I don't think we were actually taught and showed the proper consequences of them and how the consequence actually scale and snowball with us as we grow up in life. To start, loyalty is a two-way street. Sure, you can say you can be loyal and not have expectations for a return, but we still need to come to the understanding that loyalty is still a two-party system, no matter how you want to break it down. I don't think people today put in the actual effort to make true loyalty happen. We do not have to be loyal to a fault. However, we do need to come to a conclusion on where the line is going to be drawn for how loyalty works. Without that conclusion, I don't think we can begin to rebuild the fabrics of our society to make things proper and work the way that they should again. As someone who's unfortunately a part of Gen Z, I think we understood loyalty growing up, but we definitely did lose it along the way. We have gotten ourselves into a world where the internet's taken over more of our personal friendships and our mutual connections of finding and exploring each other. As someone who's unfortunately a part of Gen Z, I think we lost loyalty along the way also. And we did have a structure of it, but as children, we can't be expected to uphold that structure. We gave up our in person friend groups for online groups. We've given up having these in person friend groups to find mutual connections for dating apps and matchmaking services. We jump around from group to group without fully understanding how the dynamics of each group work and understanding the real weight of having mutual connections. It's only now in 2026 that people are starting to come to this realization of, hey, we've lost this, and hey, maybe we should make an attempt to bring it back. Employer and employee relations have definitely deteriorated over the years, and I believe loyalty is one of the main root causes of this. Today is a massive double standard between us right now. Employers would much rather have an AI do the job, hire H-1B workers, or even offshore our job opportunities, and in many cases still employ Americans, but hire us as contract workers or full-time W-2 employees. I think we have come to expect companies to be just as loyal to us as we have tried to be to them. However, I think many people fail to understand that company cultures will change over time as the older generation retires and younger generations come in, pushing people up in the chain of command, per se. Right now, I think would be a perfect time for a company to come in and try rebuilding some of this trust and loyalty back with Gen Z and clearly labeling it as something that's going to be mutual beneficial to both sides, not a one way system. If a company were to come out and say, hey, work for me for 5 years, you can live 45 minutes, 90 minutes outside of the city, and we'll give you perks of XYZ, I think many people in my generation would definitely choose this option. One example I can think of is recently in the past weeks, IBM's publicly said that they're willing to hire more entry level workers because they believe in the pipeline for the long term. I believe that something like this was brought into the spotlight more and given a lot more publicity. This could definitely spark relations between IBM and the younger generation. I really think that all it would take is a company to reach out, pick up people as if we're a child that fell in the playground, dust us off, give us a pat on the back, tell us we're doing great, and to go back out there and have some more fun. I think companies, if they took this philosophy, would begin gaining a lot more interest by the public. I think this would turn companies from being a gig to having them last for another 100 or even 200 more years, just for the fact of people will look back in the future and being like, yeah, the job market sucked. Employer and employee relations sucked. But this company right here, they paved the way for things to go forward. And now I worked here, my child works here, and their child also works here. And we're going to continue going. Granted, they don't have to be on Samsung level of monopoly, but this kind of thing definitely does exist and has people interested.